We're at the Watergate Hotel in Washington, D.C. We have about 250 folks here from across the country who are all focused on place-based cradle-to-career work. So we have practitioners, folks from the public sector, funders, and we're really excited to have folks all in one place, getting to know each other and building a community of practice.
This is a particularly important time in our country. All of the leaders gathered here, none of us could have predicted 3 years ago what this country was going to go through, the impact it was going to have on the most vulnerable families in America. And the thing that I think we are worried about at the William Julius Wilson Institute is our leaders are as traumatized as the rest of the country. And we desperately need them. I mean, this is a time that we need folks to be energized and focused on this work and preparing to go out and make sure our children and families have a future. So we wanted to get the team together. We wanted to celebrate the fact that this work is hard and learn some new skills and go back out into the country and be able to fight for our children. So I brought you all here under false pretenses. I did. I'm going to just admit it and be right up front right now, because I'm drafting an army. Because well, y'all clap, but I don't know. You know, the thing about an army is everybody don't make it out of an army, so don't start clapping too fast. Since I know every organization in this room is the answer to poverty in this country.
It's great to be here at the summit where all the people that we've worked with over the last 2 years are able to be in the same room together, sharing their ideas, hearing about the common work they're doing, and learning from each other.
Especially over the past couple of years, we haven't had these opportunities to get out and convene with people from other areas of the country.
This is human-centered work, so being together with one another to be able to just, decompress, talk about the challenges that we've had.
And what I'm asking you to consider right now is that the policy solutions won't happen if you don't want to fight for them. Jeff's charge is a real charge. People need to be able to look at you in your eye and know that your resolve is not going to change because the political winds change.
The work that we do collectively in the next year and a half will be felt for generations to come. We decide if we're going to be serious about closing gaps, about breaking down those silos that exist oftentimes in our communities where maybe school systems are not as connected. It's on us, and our kids are waiting.
Things that I hear consistently is working together. How do we get communities and the infrastructure in the community, people power, organizational power, to work together?
We're definitely at an inflection point where the movement's starting to grow. People are recognizing that there is a method to the madness, that you can actually bring order to young people's lives in their neighborhoods, and if you do it systematically, you can improve their outcomes. And so when people see what works, they try and replicate it. And so we're seeing more and more of that, and I think if we give people the tools and resources, we'll see a lot more.
There's not one silver bullet approach. It's going to take lots of different approaches, lots of different strategies, system level, neighborhood level, working together in order to be able to move forward.
I have dreamed that the work we started at the Harlem Children's Home would spread across the country. Not the way we did it, but in a way that's going to best benefit those young people and their families and individual communities.
One of the most important things on the front end for me is that I had an amazing proof of concept of what we wanted to do, and that was the Harlem Children's Home. Yeah, for real, y'all. I was in grad school getting my master's degree in education. A professor told me to look up a guy named Jeffrey Canada and the Harlem Children's Home, and I did it. And I said, man, this is exactly what I want to see in my community.
I do this work because it's personal. Because I'm someone that comes from the work. I'm someone that grew up in poverty from immigrant families. And for me, it's like paying it forward.
I do this work because I come from a neighborhood that needs someone like me to do this work.
I do this work because I don't think there's anything more important than supporting our young people and really pushing education as that tool that can truly transform lives in a community.
this work is personal for me. My education as the first in my family to go to college was my ticket to mobility, and I have great privilege to be able to use the platform I have to ensure that every child has every opportunity to reach their full potential.
I do this work to honor my ancestors. I am a product of a single mom who defied all odds and just kept pushing on that everything was possible for me.
I do this work because it's what we're supposed to do. That's why we're born. We are born to make life better for others, not for ourselves, and that's why I've stayed in it.
I think it was Winston Churchill who says, one of my favorites, saying, "This is not the end of our gathering. It's not even the beginning of the end, but this is the end of the beginning." We are now poised to do something in this country that's going to revolutionize what's happening in America. Thank you very much, and God bless you.